Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. You guys, I'm so sorry it's been some time, but I needed to have a break. Like much required, much needed break. So I still have Taurus and Capricorn to do, and I'm going to start with Taurus for April 2021 for the feminine, the masculine energy, anybody resonating with the sign of Taurus. So welcome everyone. Love begins, Taurus, if you allow it to. Victory and success, if you allow it to. I'm telling you something, these men, Taurus, if you're a man listening to me or you're dealing with the man that is a Taurus, they're coming to their energies, believe me. And some of you, that's what you always wanted. I can see it here. Him like coming to his understanding or like to his power, he's coming with love too. And the sense of victory, whether for you or for him, but I'm liking this energy for you. The masculine especially is coming into its power and is making things move. I'll tell you what I can see. Taurus are going to come to the understanding of who they are. That literally, they're magicians, they're manifestors. So, whatever energy, if they choose to go about this like devil energy, it'll bring about tower moments. And the next card is the star, like, let me do better a little bit, let me shine, within this power that I have. And I'm seeing Taurus, going for the energy of love, because they figured out that, this devil energy only causes disruption, is what's going on. I'll tell you something too, Taurus, especially men, are coming out of like an energy of like where things were not going for them. A little bit like some of them, some of you may be Taurus, especially if you're dealing with the men. I mean, if you are a man yourself, I can see it here. At some point, I was manipulative. At some point, I went for that devil energy, and things started happening around that energy. And most of all, during that time, I couldn't go forward, I couldn't move forward, meaning somebody's leaving those type of energies behind. And I'll tell you why. It's because now they want love too. Yeah. Taurus have come to their powers. Definitely, I can see it here. I'm liking this. This message is for women too. And I'll tell you something, whether men or women, but especially if there's a man involved here, that guy just like is like what you call it, like flirting with the feminine energy, meaning about these things, these readings, these channels online. Some of them may have even gotten a reading or things like this. Definitely following the stuff that we do, it only like even solidifies, their beliefs even more. And believe me, that belief is in you, whoever is listening to me, is in the feminine energy. And it's like that song from Maxwell, A Woman's Work. I believe that Taurus is starting to understand a woman's work. And if not, they'll come to that understanding sooner than later. Like, she was right about the stuff that she could see. And some of you, you're like, to discard like power, you're like, she's a powerful lady. Her belief and the stuff that she told me, I understand now how powerful she is, because I've come to my own energy in that magician. And what I'm really liking is that negative energy being left behind, because somebody realizing it causes nothing but disruption. Like tower moment, it has consequences literally, and no movement for the person involved, no movement forward. Somebody's deciding to fight here, but not like the physical fight, the mental fight, like, you know what, I'm not going to go down like that. It's not about ego, it's not about anything, it's about love, you know, and some of them, that love is intense. Get ready, because I'm liking the energy that I'm seeing here. So let's go, Taurus. Let's go on. Your commitment is being tested, but in reverse, like it used to be tested, because believe me, to that like high priestess and that strength card, or like power, you know, they have no more doubts, they know for sure. I believe that it was a test, that everything that has happened, you know, again, that Hierophant, you know, Amaze is not here, because somebody learned their lessons. Some of you, your person is not replying to you or answering to you into these answers. The answer that you need are coming, but in reverse, like I can literally see it here. Some of you into this Five of Swords, like in reverse, don't give up. Don't put ego into this thing. If you say that you care for your person, and you actually do here. Some of you, it's about your ego and your pride at this point here, especially because your person is stubborn, you know, on the other side. They're like not answering to you. They're testing you to see if you are good enough. But the way this card feels, you know, it's like a little bit like, do you see now that I'm good enough for you? And I can literally see it here into that High Priestess, you know. Am I good enough now to be loved by you, to receive love by you? That's exactly what your person is putting you through, you know. And I hope that you have heard me. You've come to your senses, but they've come to their senses too. And this here, believe me, my people, if your person, your Taurus, are resonating with that energy, is not like answering to you or giving you like the silent treatment, is because they're testing you, or you've been tested, you know. It's time to take action. This card here, I can feel it, my people, into this Aries season. It is actually upright, you know. It's like some of you wasted a lot of time, you didn't take action, and your person is there like, nope, I'm not reaching out, I'm not even answering. You got to do this thing. You got to do it, because of that devil energy and the tower moments that you caused, you know. This relationship or whatsoever was like stagnant because of you. I can see it here. I'm here to tell you it's time to take action, and whoever you're dealing with, you know, they're not going to waver from that. And I hope that you have heard me. Yeah, they need to see you work hard at like trying to get them or to get them back, you know. And I hope that you have heard me. This here is a weird energy. If nothing, this is what you're thinking, you know, Taurus, that it won't work. I'm here to tell you, you know, even into that Magician and that High Priestess, whether you're a man or a woman, it's time to come to your energy and to understand that this here, if you put your work into it, if you take action, if you actually communicate with that person to show them that you have become good enough and that they are good for you, you know, prosperity lies ahead of you. And I hope that you have heard me. I'm saying it to you, luck is on your side. And I can see it here, the Taurus energy again. Your dreams need a practical plan, but I'm seeing it in a different way. Into this, luck is on your side. The universe is going to literally make you see this thing like unfold, quite frankly, is what's really going on. It has like a plan around this, and it's going to be very practical as it comes your way, or your person's way. Like, don't worry, you know, you'll be in your energy, the energy of seeing things and seeing things manifest. I mean by that, before your eyes. Like this here, you got this, the spirit saying it to you, or I got this for you, you know. One thing about Taurus you cannot give up is what Spirit wants from you. A Taurus cannot give up, not too easily, you know, and I can see it here too. So definitely your energy, this reading is like weird, you know, but believe me, I can see it. It is for you, Taurus, you know. Some of you may be dealing with the Gemini, an Aries, a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Sagittarius. You or your person may be one. And I have Leo energy here too. They're testing you, which is why they're not talking to you. Doesn't mean that they don't love you, and doesn't mean that this thing is not going to happen. You know, you just cannot go about it with your ego. In other terms, be vulnerable to your person actually. And I hope that you have heard me. Let me go on. So as to Taurus for April 2021. Oh. Some of you are good, you know, emotionally. You live your life, you know, you found back to this place where you're just good by yourself, which I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised when I see the High Priestess and especially the Magician coming up first, especially if you're a man or dealing with the man. You've come to this place, you know, that people want from you, but I can see it here. You're still spying on your person, you know, keeping like tracks of your person as to what they're doing, what they got going on in their lives, you know. Definitely. And I'll tell you something, if you are a woman, and especially a Taurus or an earth sign listening to me, they're definitely spying on you. They are. They're good, you know, but one thing is missing to them is that love, you know, that first came. They're definitely spying on you. And some of you refuse to talk to them. Some of you are definitely dealing with your divine match here. I can see it, especially if the Taurus is a man. I can tell you something, I can feel it, especially around the masculine energy, like Taurus just coming back to their senses, basically, to figure out that life, you know, is not just like what you call it, the things that are down to earth. They're starting to realize that there are higher powers, you know. But I can tell you they're a little bit of like newling into this like spiritual thing. I can see it here. They don't know much of it, you know, because they're an earth sign. I can see it with these pentacles here. But I'm saying something to you, they're willing to learn. And this here is past learning. They're actually willing to wait for you, to do this thing for you, to water it, whatever it is, you know, and allow it to grow, just to be in touch with you, because they're your divine counterparts. And I hope that you have heard me. Something weighing heavy on Taurus. Oh, I don't like this. I'll tell you something, the weight, the growth that comes along with it, and the need to still spy on you and things like this. You may not believe it, but whether you or your Taurus, you know, take it how it resonates. Somebody cannot stand the fact of not being with you, you know, any longer. They need you. Exactly, into that Fool card, like, let's start this thing together already, you know. And I'll tell you something, do you see the weight or what's weighing heavy on your situation or your energy? Is because a person, whether you or your person, literally their burden was the heartbreak that one person inflicted onto the other, or somebody definitely being heartbroken and they're taking like a leap of faith for themselves, you know. So the picture that I'm seeing here, you're definitely going to have to catch up on this person or your person, especially if you were the one to hurt them, because they're doing what they're supposed to. And let me tell you something, you see that change that you're like making for them, the patience you got for them, they got themselves right too in order to find their match too. In other terms, actually you. And I hope that you have heard and understood me. meaning whether the masculine energy coming to their energy for you, or the feminine energy for some of you bouncing back from this heartbreak here just to get a chance at one day being happy with somebody. But there's a twist here, and like the story crosses, because I can see it for some of you. The same person that has hurt you is the one that's there for you. And I hope that you have heard me. It's crazy. I can tell you something. Somebody, I can feel it here, especially with the masculine energy. They know what they've put you through for some. They know exactly what they have put you through for some. And believe me, into that Fool card is a little bit like, now you know they are the ones, encountering through you what they have actually done to you. And I can see it here. It's just burdensome to somebody, the heartbreak. There is depression and things like this over a separation over you. I can tell you, if you resonate with this here in some form, because it's a complex reading, your person, they never got over the separation, and some of them, they are actually the ones who broke up with you. Exactly, into that Devil card. I can see somebody being reformed here. Definitely. Like, let me cut off the Devil's energy, into something else, something more positive, into the Fool card. The only problem is somebody took this leap of faith before you, so you're going to have to catch up on them. And the craziest part, they're not even talking to you, just to make you work like really hard for this love that I'm seeing here, into that Fool energy. Believe me, it's about being like vulnerable to this experience, like that's what your person needs to see. Like a little bit in front of their door type of situation, like I love you to death, that's what they need to see, instead of you being so practical about this thing here. And I hope that you have heard me. If you're here listening to me, I'm going to tell you, this here is a journey to connect back with your person or with somebody. And if you're here, you're looking in the right direction. This love here and this relationship, it shall happen to you. And some of you, it's actually a relationship that you have already left before, but into that 10 of Wands, you never stop thinking of it, because that there is your divine match, I can tell you something. If you are a Taurus, or if you're resonating with the King of Cups, you may be one yourself, I can see distance between you two, especially if you don't live in the same city. Get ready to spend time together again. Definitely. And I'm seeing it here like a woman or somebody, just like, I love you, and I want a relationship with you. I know you love me, you want a relationship with me, but I'll keep my distance from you. Like, she's more literally practical with you, into that 9 of Pentacles, but she will start spending time with you. Just is going to be a friendship again. Somebody's definitely being standoffish here, but they love you. Is the craziest part. You're going to spend time together or get closer. Some of you listening, it's crazy. That energy of, I believe that card of you being tested was here. Definitely, I can see it here. Because for some of you, you've come closer to the stage of like union many of times with your person. Like, okay, this one is the one, that there is going to be my victory, and I can see it here. It never really happened. Spirit is saying to you, just keep pushing through. Keep pushing through. This here is like a little bit of like a test, but it's different than your resistance. It's like, your commitment, if nothing else. Your commitment to this thing here. Are you really committed to this thing here? Because I'm saying to you, it even starts with like a phase of you two being friends again before anything else, you know, especially if you've come close to unions many of times and it never worked for you. Is because what you're doing is not working. Some of you, you love him too much, you want like the relationship right away. I'm saying to you, you gotta be friends and let this thing grow if you're a Taurus, you know. And I hope that you have heard me. It's funny, that idea, but I can feel it, people. Some situation being like really heavy on somebody else, you know. It doesn't have to be like this. Somebody is in need of the energy of the lover, whatever it is, you know, through your sacral chakra, your what you call it, like solar plexus chakra, all the way to your heart chakra. Somebody needs those type of like needs met. In other terms, you're just missing like human warmth. I can see it here. Somebody is really missing like a human touch or like a human experience at this point here. And Spirit is saying it's the truth. Someone listening to me. And you've worked on yourself, especially if you did all the work. You like, you know, I did it because I wanted more. Now I'm like right here and I need more, or I deserve more. You absolutely do. And into that like Ace of Cups here, I can see this thing happening. But I'm seeing it here. You're just going to have to push through as you're being tested, you know, by the divine. Some of you, you did this thing for yourself, like you're ready for love, you know. Into that song from India, Aries, you know, ready for love. And I'll tell you something, I used to listen to that song. I was in my early 20s. I'm turning 40 this year. I still don't have love, you know. But I know of my test. I understand, you know, what's going on, and I suggest, you know, you try to do the same thing, because your energy is right if you're listening to me. It's just that, you know, literally this thing here is being a little bit like withheld from you. And into that Strength card, you would understand why. It's a test, you know. And into that Sun card, I'm telling you, just keep doing what you do, because you shall be blessed, you know, and have your person back, or your person, period. It's normal that it takes longer, is what Spirit is saying to me, is for you to come into your energy, whether man or woman. And I'm seeing it here, you shall have this victory and this love. Yeah. Into that Fool card, believe me, don't be too practical about this love. This person does not talk to you. Just pick up the phone and call them, you know, if you got to. Just do it. This message is not for everyone, but some people, you know exactly who you are. You know what this Fool that keeps coming back, you know, represents to you. Stop thinking it through. Stop being like proud about this thing. Actually get out of your own way and your own head to be like, you know, I claim this thing for myself. And this here, believe me, that Fool too is the energy of like, it's a little bit like you got a book, you know, and all of the pages been written and you erase everything to like write a brand new book. Is exactly what's going on. It cannot be the way it used to. For some of you, exactly into that Death card and transformation. Your person needs to see that you have changed. And for some of you, the way you have been to them in the past, if you bring that back to the table, this time here you're going to lose them for good. But if you have managed to change, which I can see for some of you, I'm saying to you, this victory is literally foreseen. And I hope that you have heard me, especially for the ones who kept coming close to union and never understood why it never worked out, you know. Just keep pushing through. You're watering this thing even at a distance, you know, and I hope that you have heard me. Your reading is heavy. And I'm saying something to you. For some of you, it's about somebody that you already like, somebody from your past that you've already had something with, you know, they're definitely coming back to you. Especially if you resonate with this and this person is not talking to you. They have not forgotten you. They're just like trying to pull you back in, and believe me, it's actually working. Let me go on. So the stuff we would have to heal, Taurus, your energy is right, is all I'll say. Procrastination, but it's coming in reverse. I believe that some of you have dealt with that. And into that full energy that I've been trying to describe to you, into saying, you know, don't be practical. Like, you know, if you think this thing through, you will never act on it, you know. And I'm saying to you, it is time to take action. Some of you have procrastinated over just like reaching out to your person and saying to them how you feel. It's very silly, my people. You need to talk. You know, when I see this card, I know I've given you the stuff that you need. So the question is, how teachable are you? Because some of you just do this thing and see if it doesn't work out for you. And I hope that you have heard me. Spirit is saying to me, like Taurus altogether, if you're listening to me, the true energy behind the energy of Taurus is that you guys have all indulged in the energy of self-sabotage. Most of you finding yourselves here, and if it's not you, it's the person that you're resonating with. But this here is a sign to the energy of Taurus, most likely. You know, of self-sabotage is Spirit saying to me, is what Spirit is saying to me. They messed it up for themselves, you know. So the question as to right now, how teachable are you, Taurus? And I'll say something to you, that thing that was there like in the past, it cannot happen the same way yet again, because you are in the energy of self-sabotage. About your love life, people, that there is silly as hell. Because some of you even went as far as like sabotaging your connection to your soulmate, to your twin flame, to the love of your life, you know. But you will be alright, especially if you took the time to work on yourself and to change. That energy of anxiety, I can see that like this situation starting to weigh heavy on Taurus, you know. And believe me, into that card, anxiety, especially if somebody has hurt you, especially if a man, a Taurus, has hurt you. I'm saying to you, they've been going through it. Into that card, anxiety here. They know, into that card like self-sabotage, and even the death card or the card of transformation, believe me. I don't care how they, you know, you delivered this thing to you, but afterward they were like, okay, what have I done? You know, it's exactly what happened, in case you wondered. Some of you, this here is just karma, people. I can see it here. And this here, if you know me, if you know my channel, certain cards, they cannot come in reverse. If you're here, you're seeking healing, God willing, you shall receive, you know, your healing. And this is what I'm here to tell you, especially if you feel like depression, and this here is actually above depression, into that 10 of Wands energy. You feel like you cannot take it anymore. I'm here to tell you, you know, just like, you know, into that balance is a little bit that idea of justice. I'm saying to you, making it up to your person is actually going to heal you. Don't feel hopeless or helpless over something that you may have done. You know, for some of you, if you ever wondered, it was just like karma. This here, don't try to understand it. You don't need to feel that anxiety, even if you messed up in the past, you know. Because I'm going to tell you something into that Sun card here, and even the Fool card that's like attached to it. Every day is a chance to renew yourself. So if what happened, you know, if what happened in the past or what you may have done, the intention, the will, want to literally change is greater than regrets and, you know, anxiety over some stuff that you have done in the past. Especially if you find yourself, you know, procrastinating in your life, that should let you know you're living in fear. You're living in fear, and some of you, over the stuff that you have done, you don't have to think like that, you know, because I'll tell you something. The healer, the master of this universe, is far more like kind and merciful and forgiving than you think, you know. And to a true believer, your person would have had that in them too. In other terms, they are going to forgive you. So don't try to, I'm speaking to myself, T. Don't try to understand this reading. Just send it out, as I know you know it will help somebody. So that, people, that was my reading for you, Taurus. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.